Most people think that their LinkedIn profile is just a digital version of their resume. If that's how you're using LinkedIn, sadly, you're already losing. Because in 2026, your LinkedIn profile is not a resume, it's actually a landing page. And you are the product. Recruiters today are overwhelmed, rightfully so. They are not reading your profile, they are simply scanning it. Research shows that recruiters spend about 6 seconds on a LinkedIn profile before deciding one thing. Do I message or click the back button? If your profile looks like a wall of gray text, you disappear. But if your profile follows what we call the magnetic profile framework, something different happens. Recruiters stop scrolling, they actually click. And suddenly, you're not chasing opportunities, they're actually chasing you. Today, we're gonna go deep. You'll learn the psychological triggers that build instant trust, the SEO tricks that help you show up in a recruiter's searches, and the single about section mistake that destroys most profiles. By the end of this video, your LinkedIn profile will start working for you while you sleep. Sounds pretty good, right? With the first thing recruiters see. Your profile picture is your first impression. Think of it as your online handshake. You don't need a $500 photo shoot, but you do need to follow what we call the rule of 3. First, the 60% rule. Your face should fill about 60% of the frame. No faraway vacation shot or group photos, sorry guys. But if a recruiter has to zoom in to see your face, they're already moving on. Second, the smile-eye contact connection. This is a psychological trick. Slightly tightening your lower eyelids signals confidence, and a genuine smile that reaches your eyes signals warmth. The goal is simple. You want to look like someone people actually want to work with. Third, background contrast. Use a background that makes you stand out. So dark hair, it works best with a light background. If you have lighter hair, that usually works best with a slightly darker one. And avoid clutter. A messy background loses the recruiter's attention and then it kind of just disappears. Now let's talk about something most people completely ignore, your LinkedIn banner. This is the biggest wasted piece of real estate on the platform. If you're still using the default blue banner, you're basically telling the world you haven't thought about your personal brand. Your banner should answer one question, and instantly. What do you actually do? There are 3 great banner styles. The first is social proof, a photo of you speaking, presenting, or working in your field. The second is the value proposition, using simple text like helping SaaS companies scale through UX design. The third is a resource banner, where you include a portfolio, website, or newsletter link. Think of your banner as a billboard for your expertise. Now, let's move on to the part of your profile that controls LinkedIn search. Your headline. Your headline is the most important SEO element on your entire LinkedIn profile. When recruiters search for candidates, LinkedIn scans your headline as the very first thing. Here's the mistake, though, that most people make. They either write something basic like software engineer or something creative like code ninja and coffee lover. Both are kind of terrible because recruiters don't actually search for things like ninjas, they search for skills. Instead, use the keyword plus benefit formula, which is job title, skill, helping audience achieve result. So an example of this would be senior sales executive, fintech, $20 million plus revenue generated, helping startups scale sales operations. This works for 3 reasons. First, keywords like sales executive, fintech, and SaaS trigger search results. Second, numbers like 20 million in revenue create instant authority. Third, the benefit clearly explains the problem that you had to solve. You have 220 characters exactly in your headline, so use them. If you're a designer, include things like brand identity, UI design, or Adobe Creative Suite. Think like a search engine, because LinkedIn basically is one. Now, let's move on to the most misunderstood part of the profile, the About section. Most About sections are painfully boring. They read like this. John is a dedicated professional with 10 years of experience. Stop right there. LinkedIn is a social network. Write like a human. Use the HVC formula. Hook, value, and call to action. First is the hook. The first 3 lines are everything because that's what people see before clicking see more. So start with a problem or a bold result. For example, I've spent the last 5 years figuring out why 90% of startups fail in the first year and how to prevent it. It's pretty catchy, right? Next is value. Explain what you actually do. Use bullet points so it's easy to scan. Highlight your biggest wins, your key tools, and the reason you do your work in the first place. People hire people and not resumes. Finally, add a clear call to action. Tell people what to do next. Something like, I'm currently exploring opportunities in the green tech space. If you're looking for a lead engineer focused on sustainability, let's connect. Simple and effective. Right to the point. Now let's talk about the section that proves your credibility, your experience. Most people treat their experience section like a job description. They write things like, responsible for managing a team or attend weekly meetings. That's not exactly impressive. That's just a to-do list, right? Recruiters care about results, not responsibilities. Use the Google XYZ formula. Accomplished X measured by Y by doing Z. So an example would be, instead of saying managed a team of 5, say led a cross-functional team of 5 to deliver a $2 million project 3 weeks early, increasing client retention by 15%. There's also a search trick here. Recruiters often search using Boolean keywords like Python and Django and AWS. If those words aren't in your experience section, your profile won't appear. So look at 5 job postings for your dream job, and then identify words that they repeat. Those are your SEO keywords, and they should appear naturally in your experience description. Now, let's finish with 3 LinkedIn settings almost nobody uses. There are 3 settings you should turn on right now. First, open to work, stealth mode. Instead of using the green frame on your photo, enable the setting so only recruiters can see that you're open to opportunities. This is key because it keeps your job search private. We don't want your current employer knowing what you're doing. Second, skills and endorsements. You can list up to 50 skills. Recruiters see the top 3 first. So make sure those are your most valuable skills, not something outdated like Microsoft Word from years and years ago. Third, a custom URL. If your LinkedIn link ends in some random numbers, fix that. Change it to linkedin.com/yourname. It looks more professional, it's easy to share, and it helps your name rank higher on Google. Your LinkedIn profile is never finished. It should evolve as your career evolves. But if you try to fix everything today, you'll probably get a little overwhelmed and then do nothing. So here's our hope for you today and your challenge. Spend just about 20 minutes today improving 2 things, your headline and your banner. Those 2 updates alone will put you ahead of about 95% of the profiles in your industry. If you found this video helpful, please hit the subscribe and like button below and check out our other videos for more tips on career growth, job searching, and building a stronger professional brand. Thanks for watching Tiggbee, and we'll see you in the next video.